Hi students, in the previous video we seen about the PLC arithmetic functions. So now in this video I want to teaching about the PLC comparison functions. So what are the various PLC comparison functions are equal comparison function, not equal comparison function, and greater than or equal to comparison function, and less than comparison function, and greater than comparison function, and less than or equal to comparison functions. So totally we have 6 comparison functions. So in our PLC we use two, most of the PLCs use only two comparison functions only. Those two comparison functions are nothing but equal to comparison function and greater than or equal to comparison function. So some PLCs maintain only these two, and some other PLCs use all of the, that means 6 comparison functions directly. So here we have the table which representing the direct comparison functions and derived comparison function. So how we get means, so first comparison function is equal to comparison function, and the equation represented that function is a is equal to b, and the direct or indirect, that means direct or derived function is eq, this one only we can represent with one contact eq, and in the direct form equu, and second one is not equal to can be represented with a not equal to b. So here if you have the only equal to and greater than or equal to, then we have to represent the not equal to function by using the equal to function. So how we can represent equal to function? If the equal to function is a normally open contact, then we can make the not equal to function with normally closed contact. And if you go for the direct function, so we have direct contact, and that can be represented at the output coil with NEQ, that means not equal to. And in the direct form, the greater than or equal to is there, and in the derived form also greater than or equal to there. So less than means greater than or equal to is not equal, not means less than. So we can represent the normally closed contact representation of the greater than or equal to is nothing but less than. So next greater than. So we have the normal form as the greater than or equal to. If you remove the equal to, then that can be used for the greater than. So you have greater than or equal to, and from the greater than or equal to we can remove the equal to by providing the closed contact, then we can get the greater than function. And similarly less than or equal to function, less than or equal to function means greater than or equal to not equal to means less than, this one plus equal to less than or equal to. So plus means we can connect the parallel contact. So these are the derived representation, and these are the direct form output representation prefixes, and these are the relationships. And here we can represent one star and one star here, that means these two are most commonly used for most of the PLCs. And next, the syntax diagram, that means syntax for the PLC comparison function has is, this one is the operand 1 and this one is the operand 2, and we can put the one value to the operand 1 and the another value to the operand 2, and if you make the enable on, then that particular comparison takes place. Which comparison takes place can be decided by the prefix present at the output coil, that means whether that is a equal to function or not equal to function, and greater than or equal to function, or less than or equal to function, greater than function, or less than function. So I already told that the all the functions can be represented in two ways, that means block format and coil format, but our continuous discussion will be based on the block format only. So I go for the only block format for our discussion. So the PLC function applications and some examples. So we have the some examples are there. So what are those examples means? Suppose if you want to bundle some dowels, 40 dowels as one bunch, then we can put the 40 value at the operand 2, and the number of bundles, number of dowels can be represented in the operand 1, and when we make the input 001 is on, then this particular comparison function starts its comparison operation. Then when the this value present in the HR0005 is equal to 40, then this output coil will be on, which represents the comparison function is completed. So this one is the direct form. Direct form. So in the derived form also you have the EQ. So we no need to go for the derived form for the equal function and greater than or equal to function. And next one is not equal to function. So not equal to function means directly we may have the not equal to function like this. So that means if the 87 value is not equal to the value present in the IR0062, then this particular output will be on. So this is the direct representation. And if you want to go for the derived representation, we can have the only equal to function. So first we perform the equal to operation, and then we reverse that equal to operation, then we get the not equal to function. And next, example 3 is greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to means, suppose if you want to measure anything greater than or equal to 225 or greater than or equal to 475 or greater than or equal to any number, that number will be present in the HR0128 and some values are entered into the operand 1, that means IR0142, and these two are compared, and when the value is greater than or equal to, then the output will be on, and its comparison will be completed started when the IN006 will be on. So the greater than or equal to is also most commonly used PLC comparison function. So we don't have the derived function. Why? Because the direct representation and the derived representation both are same for the equal to function and greater than or equal to function. And next, less than function. So for the less than function also, suppose you have so many inputs, and if you want to maintain the output will be does not on up to 18, so then we can put one value 19 value in the operand 2, and we can enter the different values to the operand 1, that means HR0063. Then this will be when the IN0015 will be on, then the comparison takes place, and when the value will be less than 19, then this particular output will be on. So this is the direct representation. However, if some PLCs does not have this LES less than comparison function, at that time we can use the greater than or equal to function for performing the less than function. How means we can first perform the greater than or equal to function. Greater than or equal to is not means less than. Is not means less than. So that's why this GECR0032 output can be represented with a normally closed contact, and this CR0118 is nothing but less than function. Nothing but less than function. And example 5. Example 5 indicates the greater than operation. Greater than operation. So we have two representations. Those two representations are nothing but one is the direct representation and another is the derived representation. So in the direct representation, we can make the comparison between the two values which are present in the operand 1 and operand 2 by owning the IN0010 contact, and if the comparison will be completed, then the CR0021 output will be on. CR0021 will be on. So this is the direct representation. So if you go for the derived representation, so you perform the first greater than or equal to function and then equal to function, and from the greater than or equal to we remove the equal to, then we get the greater than function. So the CR0023 indicates the greater than function by combining the greater than or equal to and equal to, not equal to. And next last comparison function is less than or equal to, is nothing but less than or equal to. So here also we can have the two functions, direct function and derived function. So in the direct function you have operand 1 and operand 2, and in the operand 1 we have the one value and operand 2 we have the one value. So we can make the comparison between those two by owning the IN0010, and when the comparison completed, then this LEQ, that means less than or equal to, will be on, that indicates the comparison will be completed. So the same operation can be performed with the derived form also. How means we can represent the greater than or equal to and equal to, and we can make the greater than or equal to as an closed contact, that means less than, and plus equal to in parallel to that one, then that will be less than plus equal to, that means less than or equal to. So this is the about the 6 comparison functions, and in addition to the 6 comparison functions, we have two more examples which illustrates the comparison of the numbers. So here this example indicates the multiple comparison function. That means we can compare the value between the two values, that means here we have the greater than or equal to function. So here we have the 15 and the operand 2. So the value present in the HR0261 will be compared with 15 and whether that is a greater than or equal to or not. If the greater than, if this one is the greater than or equal to, then this particular output will be on. And similarly here also we have the greater than or equal to. So in the same value, that means HR0261, but the operand 2 value is, in the previous we have the 15, but now we have the 23. We can make the comparison with the 23, and if the output, if the comparison will be completed, then this particular CR0018 output will be on. So the IN0016 is the enable input for the this comparator and this comparator, and at the same time this comparator also. Then when the CR017 is on, that means when the value is greater than 15, this will be on, and the output will be on. So greater than 15, the CR0019 will be on, and if the count reaches to 23, then the CR0018 will be on. So at that time, this one is a normally closed contact. So when this will be on, then this normally closed contact can be acted as a normally open contact. Then there is no path for the CR0019. So the output will not be on. That means the output CR0019 will be on for the cases the value which lies between the 19 and 23. So this is the multiple comparison at a time example. And next one is the conveyor part count example. That means here one conveyor is there. That conveyor, on that conveyor we have the some parts. How many parts we don't know. So if those parts are equal to, if those parts are equal to 11, sorry, equal to 45, then one output will be on. And if the parts are greater than or equal to 45, then this GE12 will be on. So when equal to 11, then we may indicate the green light will be indicated, and when the less than the 45, then yellow light will be on, and greater than the 45, red light will be on. So for that what we do means, here we have the two registers, two counters which can count the values present in the HR0101. Those counters are nothing but, one is the up counter UG9 and another is the down counter DC10. So we on these two values and we have the values as triple lines. That means either 45 or greater than or equal to 45, so when this one is the equal to 11, then equal to 45, then the green light will be on. So we say we perform the greater than or equal to function also. So greater than or equal to not means less than. So when the number of parts on the conveyor will be less than the 45, then we can indicate the yellow light, and greater than or equal to and not equal to will be cancelled. Then what we get? Greater than. So if the parts present in the conveyor are greater than the 45, then the red light will be indicated. So we have the three parts we have. So three conditions we have. So what are the three conditions? Less than or equal to 45, or not equal to, less than 45 and equal to 45 and greater than 45. If the parts on the conveyor are the less than 45, then yellow light will be on, and if the parts on the conveyor are exactly 45, then green light will be on, and if the parts on the conveyor is greater than the 45, then red light will be on. And in addition to these comparison functions, some other advanced PLC comparison functions also there. Those are limit test, mask compare equal to test, and compare expression. So limit test means the syntax is in this manner, but here we have the, instead of mask we have the value, and in the source lower limit and the comparative value we have the upper limit. So that particular value will be compared with two limits at a time. That is nothing but limit test syntax. So upper limit, the value will be compared with the upper limit and lower limit. When the value present within that limit, then that output will be on. And similarly, mask compare equal test. That means what means you have the one value in the source value, and we have to compare that source value with another compared value. So here compared to value, so, and we can provide some mask input also. That mask input is nothing but wherever the mask input is high, there only the comparison between the source and compare functions will be carried out. If those two are equal, then the masked comparison is true, and if those two are not equal, then the masked comparison is false. So here this is the mask input. So where comparison takes place means wherever the one present in the mask, those particular bits only goes to comparison. So here one is there, so comparison between the 0 and 0 both are equal. So this masked comparison is true. And here we have 1, so in the source we have 0, and compared to we have the 1, so those are not equal. So we can go for the masked comparison is false comparison function. And in the similar fashion we have here 1, and those two are equal, so the comparison is true comparison. Like that we go for the mask compare equal to comparison. In addition to the mask compare equal to comparison function, you have the compare expression also. So by using this PLC advanced function, we can compare the entire expression. We can compare the entire expression by using a single block diagram. So this is about the PLC comparison functions, 6 comparison functions, and direct comparison functions, and derived comparison functions, and PLC advanced comparison functions. So in the next video, we will see about the PLC number conversion functions. With that, we complete our third unit, and then the next video we go for the fourth unit. Thank you.